Just do it. Come see a day in LA. Come see Palm.
Palm Tree, I just want to chime in on this LA rap report card that A Day in LA put out.
Oh shit, here we go again.
What is going on, Palm Tree? It's your boy Dylan, Jesus of SoundCloud, Black Tom Anderson, and your favorite rapper still owes me money. I am sitting here with one of my favorite people in the world of LA rap journalism, in music journalism in general, my brother Dejon Paul, creator of A Day in LA.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, always good to be seen, bro. You know, my favorite line I tell people about you and I is like, when every building in LA falls, 2 palm trees still gonna be standing tall.
Factual. Actual factual. That's fact. That's factual. That's fact-based.
Yes, sir. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, when it comes to the blogger sphere and the people who are discovering new artists and really putting on for the culture in the music scene, you know, you and I are kind of like Steph Curry and LeBron of this shit. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. You definitely are one of the more accurate journalists on our rap scene. I'll give you that for sure. I turn to your page every day almost in regards to certain things.
Oh, man, brother, likewise, if not more. So I'm excited because you have this new LA rap report card for 2023 out. There are a lot of names off here, man, and without me looking like a dumbass counting all of these, can you tell me how many names you got on this year's
I
list?
believe I got to 25 this year. Last year was just 20, so I added maybe 5 new names.
Sheesh, 25, okay.
Excuse me, I have a deluxe edition coming too, but you know it's not here today. But I have a deluxe edition coming. Just like with albums, you drop an album with 15 songs, and you do a deluxe with additional 5 to 7 songs. So I have a deluxe edition for this report card coming as well. With a few more names on it.
Sick, a deluxe edition of the report card. Okay, yeah, man, your rollout for this is always on point. You know, you have the T-shirt, you have, you know, the Twitter discussions. You got DJ Mustard involved last year, right. So you.
Involved again this year. You'll see we have a special project coming with him as it pertains to the report card.
Dope. Okay, so DJ Mustard's in on this. Mustard on the report card, ho? Well, not literally, but. Okay.
Yes, sir.
No doubt. All right. So walk me through your process on drafting this thing, man. How many categories total do you have, and then what brings you to, you know, is it the same categories from the past?
These are the same 11 categories, same 11 categories from last year's report card. And these are the principal categories I believe any MC should be practicing. So lyricism, impact, cadence, flow, catalog, consistency, music videos, beat selection, branding, originality, and most importantly, versatility. I feel like these are principles for hip-hop, for artists in general. You can do the same thing with rock artists, country artists, all that thing. But with a real MC, you definitely have to talk about cadence. You have to talk about flow. You have to talk about catalog. You have to talk about beat selection. All of these are important categories.
I completely agree, man. One of the things is, you know, I'm looking through the final grades, and you did, you know, grades are evenly distributed. I see B's, I see C's, I see D's and F's. And not to single anybody out right here, right now, but fuck it, we're not going to be hurting his feelings. Let's talk about Blueface.
Any grade you want to go through, I'm down to go through with you. I'll explain why they got that grade.
Do you feel like, you know, with his controversies, like his girlfriend, Krishan Rock, he's kind of drifted away from music and more into, you know, just another Hollywood nigga with a face tat?
I didn't say Hollywood nigga with a face tag. I want to be on record as the person who didn't say Hollywood nigga with a face tag. However, yes, and you can see that reflected in the grade. So you'll see he has his grade was an F, a 58, but you'll see he has a 3 in consistency because he's been doing all these other things in his personal life as well as reality shows and things like that, but no music, no full project in like 2-3 years. So he has a 3 in consistency. Catalog's a 4 because there isn't much of a catalog because he hasn't dropped a project in so long. You get what I'm saying? His focus has been in other areas, but watch this. His branding is a 10 because him and Krishan have the show on Zeus, and we saw them do New York Fashion Week and different things like that. They're on the Shade Room every day. So the brand is there, but the music is not. And that's why he got an F.
Got it. That actually makes perfect sense. And, you know, no disrespect to Blueface or any of his fans. It's just, you know, I wanted to know why, you know, you landed that. But the branding being a 10, you know, what they do outside of music is critical. You know, are there other artists on this list where, you know, you admire their branding as well as their rap abilities, which results in a higher grade?
Yes, that'd be more so like a G Perico. So he has a 10 in branding because of the blue t-shirt brand and his merch and his enterprise brand since leaving Rock Nation, departing from Rock Nation. He has his own label, Enterprise, and we know he's all about business. So his brand is a 10, but then his cadence and flow is a 10. So it's equally yoked. It's equally balanced. He can rap very well, but he's about his business. And those are the artists. He got an 85, which is the B. So you see the difference with Blueface being just about branding and getting an F, and then G Perico being about branding and good music, so he gets a B. It's about balance.
Absolutely. Okay. Now, looking through the list, I see some artists who I'm actually not familiar with, and it kind of goes to show because they're the ones who tend to have low grades. I'll give you an example. Spiffy Luciano. Never heard of this brother, but you gave him an F. If I wanted to get into these artists, if I see them having a low grade on this report card, would you or would you not recommend me to listen to them or fuck with them? You know what I mean?
No, I am challenging you. I'm challenging anybody who comes in across this report card to check out all of these artists. Please, whether you're familiar with them or not, make sure you go form your own opinion. These are my opinions. These are my grades. But, what do you give Spiffy Luciano in lyricism? What do you give Kendrick Lamar in beat selection? What do you give Blxst in cadence? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's about what you formulate from your opinion. But this is how I do mine. This is what I came up with.
Right, and I see guys like Lambo Foe. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but I've never heard of this cat either, and he has a D+.
He's the guy with not to cut you off. He's the guy with the Self-Esteem record, featuring NLE Choppa. The Kisses for Me. It's the kisses for me. It's the kisses for me. It's a banger.
Well, you know what? Maybe Palm is late to that party, but I'll definitely get hip. Shout out to Lambo Foe. I see you. Airplane James, my man's, who I actually discovered through the scene, and I think you pointed me to his direction originally. Pulled up on him about a year ago and did a great interview. Zoe Osama, I'm really proud of this kid. I don't know much about him, but that underrated song got the streets bubbling.
The entire underrated tape is definitely one of the best mixtapes, best projects to come out of LA last year. And I was just DMing him the other day, telling him to drop a part 2 and make it his Amio, his Just Read Up, his Marathon. You get what I'm saying? It should be his franchise. We need an underrated 2, definitely. So he got a B-.
Solid. Okay. I'm looking at a name on here, Sham 1016. He came in with an 84 percentile. Can you put me on?
Yeah, he's from the West Side. I first came across him when he did the Internet Bangers record. He makes all his own graphics, and the most impressive thing and then he had the Champ project with Walt Mansa that dropped a few months ago. But the most interesting thing about Sham is he makes sure that he does this website, like a press-friendly website. When he drops projects, you click on the link, and have all the press materials, high-quality photos, press photos, and they have the artwork, the front cover, the back cover, liner notes, things like that. All the things us bloggers and media people need. Instead of having to scram for it or do these deep dives for it, it's right there on the link. So he is mindful of press. So that's why he got a 9 in branding, as well as being a graphic designer of his own.
I love it, and great point, Dejon, about there's less things that us bloggers need to do when we see that your press kit is on point, your social media links are there, your music is distributed across all platforms. I don't have to hunt down for that song that I loved on SoundCloud and it's not on Spotify, things like that. You know what I mean? Okay. Asja, that's Asia, okay. I see Asia and AJ the One and Ash Bash. You had Ash Bash on there last year, I believe.
Yes.
So I see a few of the ladies on here. Can you give any words of advice for the ladies in this LA hip hop scene?
Absolutely. First off, Los Angeles has never been the home of premier women rappers. Just historically, we've had Yo-Yo, who came out in 1989 on Cube's album America's Most Wanted on the Man World record. We had Lady of Rage, who debuted on the Chronic and Doggy Style albums.
Right. I actually just caught Lady of Rage open for Cat Williams in Ontario on December 30th, so that was kind of cool to see her still alive and kicking.
Absolutely. How was her set?
It was dope, man. She just did Afro puffs, but it set the tone, for that, that crowd, of kind of Gen Xers, but who are still down.
Yeah, but she didn't necessarily have the best career. So that's my point. My point is Los Angeles-based women rappers don't necessarily their careers don't take off. And so to change that, I feel like they should follow some of the critiques that I'm giving on this report card, such as stepping up your lyricism, stepping up your cadence, your flow, your branding, your music videos, and most importantly, consistency. I feel like that gets most of our female rappers. So for example, Ash Bash has a D, which is, she had a 66, which is the D, but she got a 3 in consistency. She hasn't dropped a full project since like 2020, 2021. You know what I'm saying? It's 2023. So if you're not going to drop music, you can't be big or successful in the music business. You know, there's no logic to that. So I feel like our women rappers have to drop more music, drop it more consistently, give us EPs, give us mixtapes, and give us albums. I'll leave it with this. Name one classic album by a female rapper from LA.
LA County, okay. You know, me being Palm, I am underground head of all underground heads. Of course I will. Vel the Wonder, she goes by Vel9 now, but Laced with Pearls, think that dropped in 2014. If you like a good backpack rap album with some jazz influences by a awesome lady out of Baldwin Park, you need to tap in with that, man. I think it's still on Spotify, but a classic project from Kalen For Real came in at a B. I think that's a fair rating. Yeah, I liked his last album for the most part. 222, yeah. Blxst got a C plus, and you know what? I think Blxst's last album was a really solid one. And he's, you know, went on to do a lot of features. He just dropped a joint with Larry June. Yeah. I'm kind of curious because C plus kind of is it's okay, but it's what led to your decision on that, D?
Well, that's how I feel about Blxst. Like, it's okay. You know, that's just how I feel about his music. I think he's stylish. I love his music videos. So I believe he got a 10 in music videos. That was it Keep Calling with Larry June? Yes, I believe it's Keep Calling. That video's dope. Most of Blxst music videos are dope. The Be Alone video, Gangsta, all his videos are dope. But I feel like his music is redundant and stagnant. The lyricism is not passionate enough for me. It's very lukewarm. I want to hear some extremities from him, meaning I want to hear him be passionate, excited, or angry, sad. I want to hear an emotion. I don't want to hear just flatline. You feel me? It falls flat on my ears at least. So I feel like Blxst, you know, just needs it's like some cool chicken with no hot sauce on it. That's just how I feel about it.
That's the perfect analogy. But how I feel about Blxst is just he kind of represents LA soul, and you know, kind of opens up a whole new door to like the R&B side of Los Angeles.
R&B is the word I would use. I don't know about soul, because when I think of soul, I think of somebody taking me to church. I think of Aretha, Ray Charles, you know, Sam Cooke. Right. I think of soul. I think of church. Church influenced sounds, and so I wouldn't say soul for him, but definitely rhythmic, like R&B. I don't get too much of the blues either, but rhythmic. There's rhythm to his music.
Okay, no doubt. Okay, so you know, grades are evenly distributed all throughout here. You know, I see other artists who I'm not as familiar with, like a Reason. Heard of him, but he has a D plus.
From TDE.
Yeah, from TDE, and I could tell you that's a whole nother conversation about my stoicness, if you will, towards TDE as a whole. Nothing but love for them. I love the new SZA SOS project, and Kendrick's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers did make my year-end list. But Reason.
Like a loud Janae Aiko.
Say that one more time.
I said SZA's like a loud Janae Aiko. It's the same thing, just loud.
You know, the way I feel about SZA is that one, she is a siren of just pure energy, pure feminism, and just, you know, for every mood. And she just, you know, encapsulates how toxic and how unfortunate and how just purely sex driven at this point relationships between young men and women have gotten. But she makes some fire ass eclectic shit, man.
She's a mood singer. She's a mood singer. TD got a jewel with her, but I'm just saying she's a mood singer.
Yes, they do have a jewel with her. But back to the lecture at hand. AZ Chike with a C. Okay, I could probably agree with that. And YG has a C, you know. And I thought YG's album I Got Issues was fire. I didn't revisit it that much.
Take that mic from you. Excuse me, pardon my back. This brother just said I Got Issues was a good album. What's going on, man? You on the payroll, brother? What's going on? You got a 400 t-shirt on? Check this brother, man. Yeah, check this brother, man. That's crazy. I haven't heard that, man. That album is terrible, man. The album is terrible. I love My Crazy Life. That's my favorite rap album ever. I put it up with the Doggy Style, Chronic, My Crazy Life. It's up there to me. So to go from that and to fall from grace with the I Got Issues, I can't believe you just said what you said. That's crazy.
I thought there were some bangers on there. The one with Kuko had me dancing. I thought, it was cool that although I'm not crazy about this person, I thought it was dope to see J. Cole on there. I thought it was well-rounded.
It sounded like a debate
But I
song.
didn't really get that much replay value out of it in the long run. I did enjoy it, though. I did definitely enjoy it.
Go Dumb record. The Go Dumb record was a good record. Everything else with the Spanish guitars and the West Side Story vibe, I'm cool.
You see who he's clearly trying to appeal to, and there ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that, but My Crazy Life. I come from that.
Respect. Okay. Anything else, Dejon, that you want people to know about the 2023 new LA Rap Report Card?
I just want people to go check out these artists. Give them time. Give them your ears. If you don't know who they are, you feel me? Search them up on Instagram. They'll be tagged on the post, obviously, on both Twitter and Instagram. Just check them out and formulate your own opinions. These are mine. Respect my opinions. I'll respect yours. We can have fun with it. And it's all about the love of West Coast hip-hop, man. That's what I want to end with.
West Coast, yep. All about the love of West Coast hip hop. I tell people I'm so LA. It's in my real name and my brand name. Dylan from Palm. So, Dejon, let them know where they can tap in with A Day in LA and all that you got going on, the magazine, the clothing line, the blog, and everything.
Right. Well, if you're looking for A Day in LA, you check out adayin.la as well as ADLA Dejon on all social media. But for this particular report card, you go to rapreportcards.com and you'll get merch, hats, shirts, as well as hard copies, all that good stuff.
There you go. Hey, man, it's been another Palm interview for The Vault. You can check us out at prettyawesomelitmusic.com, Instagram and TikTok _PA.LM. Twitter is Dylan is Palm. And we out here, baby. Peace, love, Palm.
You better follow Palm Biatch.